Goodness. Good morning. Are we looking that dark? Hang on, I'm going to adjust some lighting here. Good morning. I'm just going to adjust some lighting here. I don't know. Does it look that dark as it does what I'm seeing? Hang on. Is that better? Morning, Carol. How's the lighting? Is that looking better, guys? I'm looking right into a light looking at me, so I'm having a hard time. Okay. Good morning. Hang on. I'm going to turn it so I'm here. Hi. Good morning. Okay, we're going to try and do this. It looks like my internet is really kind of hit and miss this morning. It's already glitched out twice in the first 1 minute here, so hopefully we'll get through this without too many interruptions from the internet cutting out. So good morning. I'm Angela with Angela's Attic. We are live in the morning. It is Saturday morning, 10 a.m. And we are here with the lovely El Toro. So a couple of weeks ago, I had posted that I wanted to do one or the other. And this is one of them. One of the choices was a decor weave called Downtown. And the other one was the El Toro. Okay. We're gonna do the El Toro transfer today. So I'm just watching. I'm hesitant because I'm watching this. Good morning, Sue. I'm having some internet problems this morning, so hopefully this goes okay. All right, I'm gonna show you the dresser. So I have painted up in multicolors. We're gonna turn it here. So what I did was I did a real muddled effect with paint here to give it a good base in behind. I tried to mimic where Mr. would be placed on here so that the brighter colors were behind him to give him a boost of what looks like kind of energy behind him. All I did, because I didn't totally line it up with the transfer, I just kind of gauged it with myself and my eyes. So he is big. This dresser is approximately, I want to say 31 inches wide. So he is one of our full-size large transfers. They come rolled up in the tube. Because he is not considered a cuttable transfer, he comes in a bigger tube. So he's all one piece, which is nice. You're not having to necessarily piece them together. Also in there, please, 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 if you've never used Hokus Pokus transfers before, and you are, there we are, sorry, the internet. Please, they come with a set of instructions. Follow them, read them, even if you've worked on transfers before. Hokus Pokus, we recommend that you put a top coat, a clear top coat on your paint first before you apply your transfer. Now, the only exception to that rule is if the paint you are using has an actual built-in top coat. This one did, so I didn't have to put a clear coat on first. But any chalk-based paint, anything like that, you have to put on a clear coat. Otherwise, the transfer doesn't adhere, and you may have lifting issues later on if you've got any air bubbles or adhesion issues underneath, regardless of how well you did your prep in that. If you did not put on the clear coat over a chalk-based paint, you want to make sure you do that first. All right. So, good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Heather. Okay, so he's a big boy. And I didn't until this morning was take him out and let him rest on a flat surface so that he's not so curled. So I'm going to Sorry for the noise. I know that was noisy and irritating. I'm going to tape them up there first. And then I have, to keep my backing on when I'm working with transfers, whether they be small or large or leftover pieces, you want to keep that backing on before you're ready to use it. It preserves the transfer, because if it sticks to anything else, you're not going to. So I have taped the sides, but I've kind of gauged where I want to put this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my tape, and then I'm going to cut the other ones that are holding the backing on. And with any luck, in my mind, the backing's just going to slide off and the whole thing's going to go. So this is, you want to try to apply it all at once. And if not, you can do it piece by piece, but it's a little trickier. So we're going to show you. They're so easy to work with, really. Please don't be scared of them if you've never tried a transfer. All right. Okay. I have got, okay, also what comes in the tube is the white cotton glove, and that is for burnishing on and buffing the transfer on once you've applied it, with the bamboo applicator stick. Okay, so you've got all of that in the tube. Read your instructions, do your prep work, prepare your piece, get ready, and apply your transfer. So here we go. I'm going to take my knife. We're going to be cutting in between the drawers, so I've made sure I've got a nice sharp fresh blade so that it's nice and easy to slice through, because I can do this in one whole piece and then slice as we go. Okay, but I want to just take just slice that tape on the top there. Okay, now it is going to be pretty much dead set center here and right. So I am using delicate tape because the delicate tape is the purple tape. I'm using the delicate tape because my paint. Okay. So, and I've got the tape on the sides here, so I just want, oops, that gone. Why is that not cutting? Because I'm at an angle here, hang on. Oh. There we go. Okay, there's one side loose. And I'm going to loosen the other side. And so remember, so what we're seeing here is the backing is starting to slip. See that? So I want to make sure that he stays up at the top here. Sorry, it's a little noisy. I'm just using my fingers to rip the tape. Okay. So I've made sure that my drawers are sitting as flush as possible so that when I am doing this, okay, and just like that. So now I'm going to press. So I was able to slide the paper down. So that gives me a little bit more control. You can do this when the piece is laying on its back as well. That will help. I just like that because it gives me more control. You will, if you're working with transfers, you will find your flare. Okay. And so I have never seen a bullfight. This transfer is absolutely stunning with its colors. It's got mauves and purples and deep aubergines and browns. It's just gorgeous. It's really, I mean, I look at it and it looks like a cross between rock and roll and country, right? So I really liked to, I wanted to get the purples in there for sure, because they were gorgeous. So we did, and on top we've got a rustic looking top. When I first, or not me, when my husband first started sanding it, sorry, getting hoarse here, I looked at it and decided that I wanted just a little bit more sanding, but not too much. This is a, actually it comes with a mirror. I took the mirror off, and on the back of the mirror, if you've got original mirror on your antique furniture, on the back of the mirror, it will, morning Caroline, it will actually give you a date, and this one was August 1919. So this dresser and mirror is just over 100 years old, in really good condition. And so with that, it's got lots of scars and that on top, and I really wanted it a little bit more of a glam on the bottom. Not a glam, but a different type of look. Once it all goes together, the rustic on top pulls together with all the colors. So that's how that will work. Okay, so I am making sure that the first drawer is on in any other direction. And then I'm going to do a slice. This is really nice. It's a complete, you know, even though it's wrapping, it's going to wrap a little bit, the letters will, or the scroll work will. But all intents purposes, this is a really easy one because it's all flat. All you got to do is cut out. And to ensure that my drawer, I wanted to make sure my drawer is lifted enough to give me just a little bit of space to easily get my blade in there without distorting the look. I actually just took little popsicle sticks and tucked them underneath just to raise it up, like it raised it up like a millimeter. Just enough that I'll get my blade in there without damaging any paint too. Okay, I'm gonna do this out of the way. And I think I'm gonna take and cut off the bottom here as I go. And that way it just drops it down. It seems to work nicely if it can just kind of slide down a bit. So hang on. This is backwards, hang on. There, just enough that I can kind of fold the bottom. Because I want this to all sit. Now, I've still got a little bit of time until I press it right down. So it is loose here, it's not moving, so I'm okay still. I can shift and work it as I cut along so that the whole transfer piece is not gonna drop down when I slice all the way across, okay? And this is, I'm gonna slice the side of the drawer first. Gently, gently, gently. If you've got a sharp blade, it goes nice and easy. a funny story. I'll just tell you a story about my dogs. So, my one dog. So I have a big, large breed guardian dog, Marama crossed with I just lost the name of it. Marama crossed with a Great Pyrenees. So she's big. She's in heat right now. We've been trying to breed her. We had a neighbor dog down the street that was going to be perfect. They wanted a puppy. It was all good. Molly wouldn't go into heat. So before they had to fix Hank. Don't you love that name? Hank for a dog. So anyway, so that one kind of cropped out. We came in contact. Molly is now in heat. So that was back in November that Hank got fixed. Molly is now in heat again. And we found another person with the identical breeds and found out that they're half brother and sister. So that breeding's not going to work now either. So Molly's probably not ever going to have puppies because I can't go through another heat with a 160-pound dog. So morning, Sandy. Morning, Antonio. I'm hoping more. We might get this actually done before too long. So I'm going to. This also helps. So slicing along also helps to relieve some pressure so that I can manipulate it a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to come back to this and I'm going to start taking off some of the plastic here that is kind of in my way. Making sure that's all on. Okay. So there's also a little bit of a texture to the paint. So sometimes you gotta rub it just a little bit more to get in all the little, I wanna say dimples for lack of better terms, but because I did like a stippling effect, so it does have the texture to it. I did also, what I use, 400, just to take off the rough. And with this, okay, I'm just gonna run my fingers along the very edges so that it kind of goes into the gap. This is such a skinny little piece here. It's almost easier to use my fingers all the way across here. So last weekend in Canada was a long weekend. It's called Family Day Long Weekend. We took off, my husband and I, and went down to Kelowna for a couple of days to see our daughter and son-in-law and grandson. And of course, anytime I go down to or anywhere out of town, I have to see, you know, what kind of pieces are available on Marketplace. God forbid should I ever come back empty-handed from a trip. But it was nice. I found a really, I posted them, so if you saw them on my website, or sorry, not on my website, on my Facebook page, you'll see them. But one was about an 18, I want to say early 1900s, late 1800s little dresser. Oh my God, it's just gorgeous. And then the other one, really funky one. is actually an old TV cabinet. My sister looked it up and we found out that it was from 1952. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but lots of ideas with that one. I love collecting the pieces. I think right now for pieces that were either a radio, phonograph, a TV. Right now in my inventory, I've got 5 of them, and I like to make them, repurpose them into something else so that they're useful. So I'm still working on those, but we'll come up with something. But those were great finds. So this, I know I'm not going to get through this. Sometimes these take a little bit of time, and it's not that there's, it's just that's normal. The more transfer there is and the more solid there are. So when you get ones that are like this, you've got a lot of little stuff in, they go on really, really quick. When you've got big ones, you want to make sure that you've got everything down really good. So it does take a little bit of time. We may not get through this whole thing today to show you the full reveal, but I will finish it off and show you later today the full reveal of the transfer on it. And then once it's completely done, the full staging of it will be posted. This one will be available for sale. So if it's something that interests you, I think it would be really cool in like a cabin. Okay, I think we are looking good. You can kind of see it as it lifts. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna peel. Little plastic off there. There we go. Let's get this top here. I want to cut. I'm just going to take some of this excess off so at least. Start peeling this off. I know we've had, I'm not going to do, I'm going to keep, morning Lorraine. Excuse me, I got hoarse talking. I got my tea like I do every day. Favorite kind is lemon tea, so if you have a really good lemon tea brand that you like, let me know. This is coming along. My basement's been a little cooler here. We've sat at a little bit of cooler temperatures, but I don't, I get warm really easy. You know, I'm kind of at that age, it starts. So I don't, you know. Start on this side, take that edge off. So if you're just joining, just know I'm having some internet issues, so I will be keeping this a little shorter today. Some days are good. I live rural, so we've got some ice out there, some frost, so I don't know if that's been happening. I know on my internet out here. So there's a little piece right up there, right under the tape. There we go. Okay. Just little tiny pieces. Honestly, nobody would notice if it was still left. I'm fussy. There we go. I'm gonna cut that tape up at the top there, so it gives me some freedom of movement. Tape is your friend when you're using transfers. Don't be afraid to tape it in place until you're fully confident that you can start peeling it off along. And like I said, there's little dimples, so that's kind of what I'm fighting with a little bit here. Like I said, it's a bit of a texture, so the smoother the surface, the easier it goes. This will stick easy. It just takes a little bit more work because I'm just working it in. So you're having, aw, geez, Lorraine, I'm so jealous, but you're like 13 hours difference, I think. And we're not even noon here yet, so it would look bad if I was drinking by then. It would look really bad because I don't drink either. So. There we go. So I am working, not as we speak, obviously, I'm right here, but I'm working on building my website. It's a little bit of a process and it's a bit of a challenge, but we're working on it slowly. I'll spend more time on it later today, but, and my Hokus Pokus stock order is en route. That generally takes about 3 weeks. Oh, there goes my connection. Okay. Generally takes about 3 weeks. We're a couple days, I think, over that now, but it comes from South Africa. And I think it's, there was a little bit of backlog probably that happened in Ottawa a little earlier. So it may be caught there. I know it's saying it's in Ottawa, so I know it's on this side of the ocean. That's all I know. So it should be here any day. We're gonna have a huge launch party with it live, and I will plan that. We're also gonna do a live showing you the stock that I've got in. It is I will be carrying the full assortment of the Hokus Pokus products. That is the decor weaves, the large transfers, the and the new petite transfers. Those ones come in 10 different designs and are really great. So I'm gonna try and get this to a point that I can reveal to you, and then we're gonna let you go here. Just little tiny bits and pieces. There we go. You know, I was sitting there yesterday and I was thinking I should have had, what I could have done is, or what I was considering was putting half of this on first, doing the other half with the live. Hindsight's 50-50, or 20-20, 50-50, oh my gosh. My math is off today. You think I was the one drinking the wine, Lorraine? Pull from this end now. Take that tape off so I can move it. So you will see, so around all the transfers, you will see a little halo, and that's normal. That's the printing. You can't get away from that. It's got to have something, right? When you burnish it on properly and completely, they virtually disappear. So don't ever stress about those. if you're seeing them. Sometimes the letters are the ones that give you the heart because it's just little pieces of transfer, and it's not anything wrong with it. It just takes a little more patience. There we go. You know what? In the minis, or not the minis, this is a mini stick. In the petite transfers, you get a smaller bamboo applicator. Sometimes that works better getting into the littler areas. So I'm going to, just where it's concentrated, that it's giving, I'm going to just dig in there a little bit with the stick. There we go. I'm thinking we are getting there. Okay. And it really is just because I'm working with a little bit rougher surface. So I knew it would take a little bit longer there to do, and I'm okay with that. It's sticking, it just takes a little bit more time because it's a little bit of a textured surface. You can see it lifting nicely. How's that looking? We're looking good. A little bit right there, I think. There we go. A couple of little pieces there, but not too bad. Okay. This is, I'm going to pull you a little closer here without dumping my tea. There we go. Okay. The transfer is on. Now we take our white glove. And I will finish the bottom half after. So now you just go on. You want to make sure it's burnished on, no air bubbles. And there we go. And then immediately after I've got, oh, sorry, I'll bring this back. There we go. Immediately after I've got the transfer on, I will take my favorite top coat, a water-based clear coat, and seal it right away, making sure that I've burnished it on well, that there's no bubbles, no creases. I'm happy with it. It's adhered well. Seal it right away. And that way you've got any adhesion issues later. So you've applied it properly, you've burnished it, and now you've sealed it. You're good to go. It's going to last a long time. Put a few top coats on that protects it, especially if it's a high use or what we call a high traffic use. So anything like a drawer front is going to be high traffic use because you're using it all the time, opening and closing it. So protect it well. They're good investments. To need to win the lottery so I can buy a huge. Okay, we can do that. Well, you're going to be, you just finish, you know, you just do what you're doing there, and we'll work out the real estate part later, Cindy. But anyways, guys, I'm going to finish this off, and I'm going to post it as soon as I've got it done. I won't get the clear. before I post, but I will post you the result of getting this on. I don't want to keep you. This will probably take me about another 40 minutes or so to completely get it on so that I'm happy with it. And we'll go from there. The next time, so wow, I haven't talked to you guys in a couple of weeks here because I was out of town last weekend and didn't do a live. And now we are at the end of February. So the next time you see me, we're gonna be well into March by a few days. So I'm gonna try and do another live next Saturday. If there's something you're particularly interested in seeing, shoot me a message and we can work something out, and maybe it's something I can do a live for and show it to you. So the internet is still being finicky, and I'm going to finish this. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for joining me this morning. El Toro will be beautiful and done, and I can't wait to show them to you. So take care, guys. I will respond to any questions after, and if you have any other questions after the live, always let me know. Take care, guys. Bye. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next time.